Raise your hands. Who all loves to work? Now raise your hands if you'd prefer to sleep over work. Doesn't the latter sound comfier? Imagine those winter mornings when your blanket feels warmer. The majority of us love to sleep. Imagine if we could spend our life just eating and sleeping with no work. Then that's called a perfect life. Now snap to reality. We have to drag ourselves to the office every single morning, even if we don't want to. How sad. Guess what? If you're an employer and your employees are always late to the office, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, we'll share with you some secret tips that will help you catch your employees by their necks if they're late. Think, what might happen if the employees are late to work? The world would collapse. Not quite literally, but yeah, economically. Just kidding. The company may face some monetary losses because of the delay in work. The majority of the workers literally take an oath to never be late. If necessary, they're also ready to sleep on the floors of the office. But we're nothing but mere humans, and our minds can take a turn at any moment. But this doesn't mean that if you have a flat tire in the middle of the road, and you have to be punctual. Tardiness is acceptable unless some people repeat it every day, as if they're in love with it. No wonder the latecomers think that the tardiness doesn't affect them, but oh, poor souls. Just use your brain a little bit, and you'll get to see that it affects you as well. There will be delays in work, which will definitely reflect in the payroll, and sadly, you won't be able to take your girlfriend out. Sounds like too much pain, right? Better be on time. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Here are some ideas that will help you as an employer avoid losses. And if you're an employee, a better reason for you being late to work might be a flat working condition. You have the right to talk to your employer and request the ideas be implemented. To begin with, number 1, have the talk as early as possible. By talk, we don't mean start gossiping with your fellow employee. If you happen to notice tardiness in their arrival, don't just wait for the perfect moment to tell them. Try to have a talk with them as soon as possible and show them that such kind of behavior is, not acceptable. But hey, don't be too heartless, okay? Convey it calmly if it happens a few times. Followed by number 2, make your expectations clear. Are you a soft-spoken and gentle person? If yes, then this is going to be tough for you since you need to be a little strict here. When you notice a habitually late employee, go up to him and tell him what the things that need a change and what things you expect from him are. Come on, be a little bossy. After all, you are one. Use language that clearly explains you without leaving any confusion in the employee's mind. Next, number 3, refer to a tardy policy. Sounds much like that of a serious issue, right? If your employee has turned deaf towards you and continues to repeat the same, now you need to exercise some legality. Take out the policy handwork, which hasn't been taken out in years, and politely ask them to go through all that has been written about tardiness. Also, tell him to write the timing of the office wherever he goes because clearly, every time, he seems to have forgotten it. Don't forget to mention the disciplinary actions that could be taken against them if they just don't want to follow the timings. Moving on with number 4, allow for privacy. Hey, don't just jump on him in front of his colleagues. Everybody feels shameful when confronted in front of other people. Be a hero and do it the other way. Well, we think that really doesn't look good. Rather, call him somewhere private and ask him what is causing this everyday delay. Don't push him to share things, but allow him to say as much as he wants. This is how, along with respecting his privacy, you carry out the necessary steps. Continuing with number 5, set goals together. No, we're not talking about some official goals. Rather, we're saying that if any employee is tardy time and again, then you can set some of the self-improvement goals for him after you had the tardy discussion. Suppose running late in the morning hours could be compensated by cutting short the lunch break if there's no way to avoid the late arrivals. Well, this sounds like a very good plan for us. Plan to take feedback from your employee about these goals, and if he feels comfortable, you can continue creating these small goals and help him meet his expectations. Sometimes, do praise them even if they're not improving. Next in line, number 6, check in regularly. Employees can continue with tardiness if not checked in regularly. Usual human behavior, right? Therefore, it's essential to keep regular accountability. This will motivate the employee and he may overcome the habit of being tardy. Now it's time for some drama. Show them that you care about their improvement. This will consequently boost their confidence and they will try to change their habits. Encourage them and show them the significance of doing their work within a stipulated time. Followed by number 7, give praise for improved behavior. Who doesn't want to be praised? So, if you spot improvement in your employee, do acknowledge it and praise him for accomplishing it. But don't go on blabbering it in front of everyone. We think this would work out best if carried out in private, as the person may be ashamed of their past experience of tardiness. If you notice some kind of improvement in their work or behavior, try to compliment them as soon as possible, because receiving compliments induces a sense of encouragement. After that, number 8. Document conversations and interactions. It's common in human psychology. People change when the situations are not in their favor. So it's always good to keep track of all the conversations you have had with your employee. Who knows what he may say when a higher authority is involved? He may say that you were impolite with him, and eventually, things will backfire on the employer. So this documentation is a necessity to save the day. This also assures no miscommunication happens regarding laziness at work. What you can do is document every step you've taken towards the problem, along with the positive changes in his attitude, and add this documentation to his file. Moving on with number 9, initiate a clock-in system. How to check whether employees are working on eradicating their laziness? Are they continuing with the same behavior? Then take help from technology. You can employ a clock-in system for every employee you have. Such software would help the employer track progress of an employee. Coming in number 10, schedule important things at the start of the day. One cannot afford to miss important office meetings no matter how lazy one is. Meetings are a crucial part of every organization, and one wouldn't dare to miss them. Well, this is your cue to schedule the majority meeting in the morning hour. It has certainly pushed the latecomers to arrive on time in the office premises and carry on with work. This will also set a productive mood for the day for him. If you're not able to make this happen every day, try to implement this at least on Monday and Friday mornings, as we all know that people don't really get over Sundays so easily. Last but not least, number 11, include punctuality in a performance review. Are you lost about what to do with latecomers? Are they not listening even after repeated warnings? Don't worry, we've got your back. Just include punctuality in the performance review and watch the change from the next day. Employees would be moving mountains just to come in time. On your part as an employer, you must keep them informed regarding your expectations from them. On the other hand, employees have some duties which they should keep in mind while working in an office. If some employee is facing a delay due to some unexpected reason, he should inform his superior in the office. This will help the supervisor to plan the day accordingly in his absence. If you've informed your boss about your delay, the next step is to give him an estimated time you're going to join. This describes your sincerity as an employee and also shows that you have an intention to join the office as soon as possible. Tardiness is never a good habit. Moreover, it's an addiction. At work, people are expected to be punctual as their work depends on the work of every employee. Also, try to avoid it as it ruins your goodwill in the office no matter how much you work. Employers love to see a punctual person. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell.